Morning, good morning. I hope everybody's having an amazing Monday morning. So, I wanted to this week come to you early talking to you about some of the myths that are out there about money and invite you to Super Money Saturday, where we're really getting deep into some money that business owners are missing out on. As a matter of fact, I had somebody inbox me, tell me that they didn't realize they were eligible for money, went and applied for money, and I think they got about $10,000. So one of the biggest money myths that are out there. And if you want to apply, Super Money Saturday is free. And we're going to be giving you 21 ways to increase your revenue in 2021 when you register for the event. It's every Saturday at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. And if you missed it this Saturday, but we were setting the people free about money. But you can register at bit.ly/supermoney21. Do not miss out on being in the building because it was phenomenal. But one of the biggest money myths that are out there is that, good morning, Shanita. Good morning, D. Morris. Thank you, Shanita. Is that you have to have a nonprofit in order to apply for a grant. And that's not just, that's a lie. And I'm going to be honest with you, until I attended a grant writing class about a year ago, I didn't even realize that grants for profits existed. But not only do they exist, but they're easier to apply for than a nonprofit grant. So let's talk about that myth and what that myth is costing minority and women owned business owners. A lot of times we listen to the grapevine and the grapevine is wrong. And guys, if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast because I'm trying to get out this information to as many people as possible. Good morning, Mike. And not only is that information wrong, but sometimes we have to question information and go and do our own research and go and do our own due diligence because unfortunately, everything you read on the internet is not true and everything you see on the internet is not true. And so you're wandering around trying to get the money you need to build your business. And the money you need to build your business is right there being given away by the government, being given away. Thank you, Danya, for sharing the video. Being given away by corporations. And we don't get it because we don't know that it exists, number one. And then when we do exist, we don't know what to say, number two. So one of the biggest myths out there is that you have to have a nonprofit in order to qualify for grant money, and that's not true. It is not true at all, and we've got to learn that we're missing out. And one of the reasons we're missing out on this money is because we don't have networks. We don't have networks of people that share information. Good morning, Just Delicious. We don't have networks of people where this information is readily available. As a matter of fact, most of us are scared to talk about money. That's the ouch. We've been taught talking about money is taboo, or if you talk about money, you're being braggadocious, or if you talk about money, it makes the person with no money feel bad. But how's the person with no money gonna get some money if we don't talk about what we did to get some money? I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute and just comment in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. How do we educate women, educate minorities on how to get money if it continues to be this whole taboo conversation that nobody wants to talk about? So you don't know I came from the projects and make $1 million a year because nobody wants to talk about it. You don't know that I started entry level in corporate America and ended up being a vice president because nobody wants to talk about it. So there's this whole big secret conversation of money that we're not privy to. Information missing. Good morning, Kathy. Information is missing. In lieu of that information, people start making stuff up. So this week we're going to be talking about these myths about money. You need a college degree in order to make more money. That's not only a myth, that's a lie. Good morning, Verlin. Good morning, Miss Lady Steph. Is this making sense what I'm saying? Yes, if you have a college degree, you may make more money than some people. But for the most part, the people that I've seen with a college degree are so busy trying to pay off their student loans, it takes them sometimes 5 or 10 years to even get some more earning potential. We've got to stop just listening to what people are telling us. And we've got to start to go do research ourselves according to what the Bible tells us our earning potential is, according to what the Bible tells us our abundance is. If you haven't signed up for Super Money Saturdays, that's another thing. When people offer you, do I have my email in my bio? I'm not sure that I do. When people offer you an opportunity to come to a free event and sit down and learn some things that you don't know, you need to make time. You need to make it a priority. If you schedule DVR recordings, you need to schedule yourself to be there Saturday at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., or 9 p.m. to learn something that you currently don't know. Unless, and all you have to do, guys, is go to the link bit.ly/supermoney21. I'll make sure I put it in my Periscope bio also. It's already in my Instagram bio thing. Unless you don't need help with your financial situation. See, we've got to be careful what we're turning down. But not only are there grants for profits, there's grants for almost every financial situation. There is grants for almost every industry. I was talking to somebody who was about to get evicted, and they didn't realize that a lot of these agencies now have money to pay your rent. It was part of the CARES Act. They're about to roll out another rent paying program that these local, state, and have the money to pay your rent right now. A lot of people don't know that. And it's so unfortunate because not only do they have opportunity to pay your rent, your landlord can't even put you out right now if you can't pay your rent because of COVID. They have a moratorium, a legal law that you, how many of you did not know that? Go ahead and say me in the chat. Why do you need this information? You may say, well, coach, I need this information because I'm not about to get put out of my house. I bet you know somebody who needs this information. I bet, but because talking about money is so taboo, most of us even raise our hand. Somebody say, ouch. Most of us would get put out of our house before we told somebody we needed help. And it's a shame. And all you have to do is Google. Let me see what the name of it is called, because I just read it again this morning. All you have to do is rent relief and they will rent relief or rent assistance in your city. Let me see what it's called. You can also call the local 211 or 311. And you can also call your local state representatives. I just told y'all how to quit, how to not. See, let me tell you something about information. And I see some people, they'll dart in the broadcast and then they'll leave the broadcast and it'll be the main ones needing the information I'm giving you. Let me tell you something about information. You may not need this information right now on how not to get put out your house or how not to get evicted. But we living in times where anything can happen to anybody. And yes, this is in the United States. And so I'm a collector of information because number one, I don't know when it's going to apply to me. And number two, I never know who's going to need this help. So guys, if you didn't write that down, we got to stop telling lies about what's available. And you know what, Kathy, you say different laws because you're in Canada. This is part of the pandemic relief program. And each country has different pandemic relief programs. So look into the pandemic relief programs in your country. It ain't a country right now that does not have some type of pandemic relief program. So what did I just teach you? How many of you are going to spread that information? We got to stop. We're so quick to spread misinformation. We're so quick to spread rumors. We're so quick to spread lies. But we don't spread the good information. So yes, if you have a business, not only can you get grant money, it's easier. We apply for, when I say we, I mean me and my community, applied for a $2,900 grant yesterday that took 30 seconds. Somebody say, wow. We applied for a $2,900 grant that only asked us 3 questions. And we were done in 30 seconds. Now, all grants are not like that, but the opportunity to get free money is crazy. I had a client of mine apply for a grant on a Monday. Last Monday, Monday before last, or was it last Monday? Monday before last, she applied for a $10,000 grant. By Tuesday, they had notified her, hey, Heather, good morning. They had notified her that she won. And then by Wednesday, they were scheduling to send the money to her. And I want to shout out to Miss Heather Weatherspoon. My team's going to be reaching out to you, Heather, who just opened the first African-American owned beauty school in Louisville, Kentucky. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, Heather. Baby, people are out here making it happen. So if you're not making it happen because you don't know who, what, when, or where to connect with, you better get connected. Go to bit.ly/supermoney21 and register to be there this weekend because things are happening. You're in the middle of the greatest wealth transfer that we'll probably ever see in this lifetime. These corporations are being compelled to give money to minority and women-owned businesses. These corporations are making up reasons to give money to minority and women-owned businesses. These corporations are writing checks left and right to minority and women-owned businesses. But you gotta be in a place where you know about this information so that you can get your name in the hat. You can't get what you don't apply for. So number one, not only can for-profits get grant, number two, it's easier. Listen, we've got to know where to look for grant money. Amen. We've got to understand that when you wake up every day, good morning, Vicky May, good morning, Goddess Flo, somebody somewhere has a blessing with your name on it. Now, the same way you can look at the weather report to make sure that you don't get rained on, the same way you can look at the traffic report to make sure you don't get caught in traffic, the same way you can look at the stock market report to make sure you don't need to sell your stocks, is the same way you need to be looking for your blessings report. Can I get an amen? Did anybody catch that? The same way you look to get to a job every morning, you need to be looking for blessings. And I promise you, when you start to open your eyes and look for those things that you have prayed to God for, they are going to appear. Stop giving up on your next level. And a lot of times we give up and we haven't even looked. We haven't even been in pursuit. Matter of fact, somebody type in the word hot. This year, I'm going to be in hot pursuit of my blessings. Hello? I'm going to be like them policemen when they on a high-speed chase. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of everything God has for me. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of my abundance. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of my generational wealth. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of grants. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of sponsorships. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of government contracts. I'm looking to move the commas and the zeros in my earnings substantially. And I know that God can do it. So I'm going to be in hot pursuit of everything He has for me in this season. You can't get what you ain't looked for. He says, seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given. So I'm going to be in hot pursuit of every blessing, not just for myself, but for my clients, for my community, for womankind, for mankind, for minorities. I'm asking that the heavens open up and that all the wealth that's laid up with the wicked be distributed to the righteous. I'm in hot pursuit. Good morning, Kayshawn. Come on now. I'm in hot pursuit of my favor. And this is one thing I want to tell you guys. This is another money myth. I want you to stop feeling bad for being blessed. Somebody needs to post that on Facebook and tag me. Come on now. I want you to stop feeling bad for being blessed. You see, the Bible gives us instructions on what we need to do to be blessed. And He said He is no respect of person. And that means He is blessing everybody that is following those rules. So stop feeling bad for being blessed. I don't know what it is you're doing that you're not reaping your blessings. But I know if you look in that word, you're going to find out exactly what it is. So stop feeling bad for being blessed. That's another thing our community does. They try to make us feel guilty for being successful. Baby, I didn't start out here. I'm from the bottom of the bottom. Check your sources, baby. I lived in the projects the first 8, 9, 10 years of my life. And the only reason I didn't live in them until I was 17 or 18 is because we went to live with my grandmama. I'm from the bottom of the bottom. Sleeping in a room with 2 sets of bunk beds in it, and then you still got to sleep with somebody else. 6 and 7 people in a room. I'm not mad. But if I didn't feel bad then, I'm not going to feel bad for being blessed. Some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I see the numbers, so I see people don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying rub it in anybody's face because you're blessed. I'm saying you can't feel guilty. That doesn't mean as an entrepreneur, you go out and work for free because somebody can't afford what you have. I don't know. I don't think y'all getting it this morning. I really feel he makes abundance available for everybody. So if we don't have it, who's at fault? I need you to comment in the chat. If it's something out of alignment with your abundance, who fault is it? It's not the person whose abundance is in alignment. It's not the person who's already blessed. We got a tendency to be salty when other people get blessed. We got a tendency to look at other people all upside their head when they get blessed. If your abundance is out of alignment, there is something that you're doing that's causing your abundance to be out of alignment. Let's fix it real quick. Number one, if your abundance is out of alignment, are you using your talents, your gifts, your intellect, your influence to get paid? Hold on now. She just said something. I just said something now. If you ain't shared this broadcast, make sure you share. I said if your money is out of alignment, I'm going to go over a few things that you need to do a gut check because I believe in fixing things instantly. Okay? I believe in being like oatmeal. Ain't no, good morning, Rhonda, Happy New Year. Ain't no sense in us dragging on this broadcast and not stopping immediately and fixing your abundance. So number one, are you using your talents, your gifts, your intellect, your influence to fix your abundance? Answer me in the chat, yes or no. Because once you start to turn everything God gave you into revenue, you will never have a problem again. If he gives you an idea, that means create a product. If he gives you some words, that means write a book. If he gives you influence, that means go influence some people. If he gives you leadership skills, go lead some people. God gave everybody something that in turn will free them of their abundance. Are you using your gifts, your talents, your intellect, your motivational skills, your inspirational skills are you turning them into revenue? And if you're not using everything you have, look at it. That's where your gap is. Can I go to the next one? Do you mind if I teach you real quick? Can I go to the next one? Good morning, Sherry. So first and foremost, are you using your gifts and talents? Secondly, are you asking? Are you seeking? Are you knocking on every door, every window, every live stream, every video, asking people to partake of your gifts and talents? I tell people all the time, if there was $1 million in a neighborhood, and the neighborhood had 5,000 houses, and somebody in that neighborhood had a check for you for $1 million, how many of those doors, or matter of fact, how quickly would you knock on those doors in order to get your check? Because see, me, I'd knock all day and I'd knock all night. You see, me, I'd get up early and I'd stay up late. You see, me, I would hire some people and bring my kids in to help me knock. You see, me, even if they slammed the door in my face, I wouldn't be afraid. You see me, even if they called the police on me and said I was soliciting in the neighborhood, I would keep coming back. You see me, I would not be deterred. That's number 3. Are you relentless? God has told you that you will have abundance on earth as it is in heaven. So why do you settle for less? That's an ouch. That's the ouch moment. Why would you settle for less on earth than what God has already promised you in the firmament? If you listen to me this morning, we started out talking about money myths, but the biggest money myth of all is that you can't have. I said you. Somebody type in me real quick because I want you to understand this conversation is about you. This conversation is about your riches, not mine. This conversation is about your abundance, not mine. This conversation is about your generational wealth, not mine. You see a lot of people on the internet, they be talking about their money. This morning, I'm talking about your money, your freedom, your riches, your abundance. I'm talking about you. So type me in the chat because I want you to take ownership of this conversation. So I said this morning, I'm going to stop what I'm talking about and show you how to free your money instantly. I said, number 1, are you using your gifts and talents to the fullest? It said, I always tell my team, I wonder why God gives me so many ideas, but the word says God gives seed to the sower. Okay? So if you wonder why you're not getting no downloads, I'm going to ask you what you did with the last ones. Ouch. Did you write them in a notebook and didn't do nothing with them? Some of y'all are walking around with books unpublished, with businesses unstarted. Some of y'all are walking around with inventions that you haven't started to build yet. Some of y'all are walking around with coulda, wouldas, and shouldas instead of cash, money, and deposits. Did y'all hear what she just said? Some of y'all are walking around with shoulda, woulda, couldas instead of cash, money, and checks. You got notebooks and notebooks full of ideas, but you won't do a thing with them. And therefore, you cannot redeem your kingdom abundance because he said your gifts will make room for you. That's a problem. So, number 1, you need to redeem your gifts and talents. Number 2, some of y'all got products and services and ideas and invention and wisdom, and you are scared to open your mouth and offer the world what God gave you. Ouch. See, I know what God purposed me to do, and I don't have a problem telling people to hire me to help me build your business. Hire me to help you become more profitable. They either want to or they don't. And I know out of all the people in the world, what makes me 7 figures a year is I'm going to keep asking. Somebody needs my help. Somebody somewhere is willing to pay me. Somebody somewhere has the money to pay me what I'm worth. That's number 4. I have faith that God has raised up somebody somewhere that will hear the sound of my voice and activate. Because we are all assigned somebody. From the day that he put you in your mama's belly, from the day that he assigned you, whatever your gifts and talents was, he turned right around and assigned the people that need your gifts and talents. The only thing he didn't do was put them right in front of you. So that's why he said, ask, seek, and knock. You got live stream, Facebook, Instagram, And now Clubhouse, if you're not following me on Clubhouse, make sure you do, because I'm about to rip it up over there at Wealth Speaker. You want some coaching? You can come over to Clubhouse. I'll answer. You got all of these doors to your abundance. What are you doing with them? Come on now, that's number 2. Number 3, not only are you asking and seeking and knocking, are you relentless? If you've not signed up for Super Saturday, it's free. It's this Saturday at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. Go to bit.ly/supermoney21. This weekend is all about profits. It's all about your bottom line. And when you register for free, I'm going to give you this guide, 21 ways to increase your revenue in 2021. See, you don't know what you don't know about money. I'm going to say that again for the cheap seats. You don't know what you don't know about money. And until you ask, seek, and knock, you won't know. That's number 2. And therefore, you've got to be relentless. That's number 3. I hope y'all are writing these down. You have to be relentless in your, what I said earlier. This year, I'm going to be in hot pursuit of my 8 figures. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of multi-million-dollar contracts. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of clients that appreciate me and will pay me what I'm worth. I'm going to be in hot pursuit of my abundance. Somebody type in hot again, because there's something about being in hot pursuit of your blessings. Some kind of way we got it twisted. We think that being in hot pursuit of our blessings is being greedy, but it's not. We think that being in hot pursuit of our blessings is being in love with money, but it's not. Being in hot pursuit is doing exactly what he told you to do in the Bible. He said, ask. He said, seek. And he said, knock. And the last I checked, being in hot pursuit was seeking. Being in hot pursuit was asking. And being in hot pursuit was knocking. Last I checked. Number 2, you got to be in hot pursuit. Number 3, are you relentless? Good morning, Monique. I know I may hurt some feelings. So can I get permission to speak freely? Somebody tell me, y'all, it's okay to say what the Spirit is moving me to say. Because, see, I really need to say this, but I know some of y'all are new, so I'm not trying to run you off. But I really need to be able to speak freely. So just somebody free me to speak to the people, because I don't want to hurt nobody. Ebony said it's okay. Somebody just said it's okay, Coach. Miss Lady Steph said speak on it. Well, Tanya said go get it. Monique said okay. Y'all be in hot pursuit of a job. Don't get mad. Y'all freed me up. Y'all be in hot pursuit of a job. You be in hot pursuit of a man. You be in hot pursuit of happy hour. You be in hot pursuit of fish dinners. You be in hot pursuit to show up in church in your new clothes. I knew I was going to make some people mad. But let me just tell my story. When I started being in hot pursuit of what God had for me, and stopped being in hot pursuit to see what everybody else was doing. See, some of y'all be in hot pursuit to watch celebrities. You be in hot pursuit to see what Kim Kardashian is doing. You be in hot pursuit to sit and watch Real Housewives, basketball housewives. When are you going to be in hot pursuit? Because they don't have nothing you can't have. Amen. I just want somebody to say amen about that this morning. Ain't none of them women on TV have nothing. And as a matter of fact, if you check the records, if you check the books, if you do the math, they might not have as much as some of us. I got celebrity clients now. Now, now I can't speak on the record. Matter of fact, I don't want to talk about the record. But I got celebrity clients. I know what they make for being on those reality shows. It's not what you think. See? While you're sitting up there wishing it was you, God gave you an idea that'll make you just as much money. God gave you a book idea that'll free you just as quickly. God gave you some kind of skill that if you was to release it on the entrepreneurial world, you could live in just as big a house. You could have just the same car. They ain't got nothing that the Lord ain't open to you. But you're going to have to redirect your vision, see. You're going to have to stop looking at them and you have to cast your eyes on what God gave you. And that's that number 4. That's that having faith. You want to act like everybody else is better than you. You want to act like everybody else is more qualified for abundance. You want to act like everybody else didn't have a hard time. Baby, I'm not trying to say your time ain't been hard on this earth, but baby, everybody had a hard time. Sometimes when I think of everything I've been through to sit right here, you understand what I'm saying? But I know he had a reason for me to go through it. And everything that I went through in my past does not disqualify me for abundance. It does not disqualify me for greatness. It does not disqualify me for my next level. As a matter of fact, that thing that you thought was going to undo you might very well be what qualifies you. That's number 5. Understand everybody is equal. Thus say the Lord. Oprah ain't no better than you. She was just relentless. I'm just saying. Whoever that Rose Daniel is, can y'all block her? And please don't, and make sure that y'all not doing what she say. She telling y'all to DM somebody on Cash App. Let me tell you why the devil is showing up. Anybody want to know? Anybody want to know why the devil is showing up with that foolishness? The devil is showing up because somebody is about to get free. Every time somebody is about to get free, he rear his head with that foolishness. But I'm going to slow down long enough to go in and block her and delete that foolishness. Y'all, we talking about everything that is for you is not necessarily easy. Okay? I want y'all to understand that. But now this grant money that they giving away, it's easy. I ain't saying nobody gonna just cash app you no money. But they are giving this money away. Make sure you go to bit.ly/supermoney21. I'm going to be interviewing some people this weekend, some experts. I'm going to be interviewing some people that have gotten the money and can tell you the money is real. It's everywhere. There's not a day that goes by that we don't find some grant money being given away by somebody. But you've got to get away. How can I say this nicely? That's number 6. I'm just going to say change your circle. I'm not going to call the people you hang with small-minded. I'm not going to call the people you hang with broke-minded. I'm just going to say change your circle. I talked to somebody yesterday about community. And they said, yeah, coach, I have a community, but it seems like I'm the one that's always the rescuer. I just said, because if you're in a community and it seems like you're the one that's always coming to somebody else's rescue, they never have any next level knowledge for you. They never have anywhere that you can go and really get your own source of revenue. Then you need to change your connections. The link to Super Money Saturdays is bit.ly/supermoney21. Can somebody put it in the comments on Instagram? It's a free event, 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. this Saturday. Once you register, you're going to get my list of 21 ways to increase your revenue in 2021. Guys, we had this conversation the other day about increasing your profits. Can I help somebody real quick? And when I told them, everybody, and we're going to be talking about this too, when I told them everybody should have some type of product that costs multiple thousands of dollars, somebody said, you shouldn't. And I said, well, if you go to most dealerships, they've got a low-end car that costs about $15,000. And then they got cars all the way up to $150,000. So the person was like, well, you don't need to be jacking your prices up if it's not worth it. And that's their business. Because I know what I'm worth. So if an alien came from outer space and you gave them the choice between a $15,000 car and a $150,000 car, would they know the difference? Would they know the difference between a Honda Accord and a Bentley? Would they know the difference between a Toyota and a Bugatti? Would they know the difference between an Infiniti and a Range Rover? If you put similar cars, similar colors, similar sizes right next to each other, would an alien know the difference? And the answer to that is they won't. They won't. You've got to understand how you bring value to the marketplace. And that's number 7. Sometimes you've got to invest in order to learn how to make money. Everybody needs an education in earning. This is different than a college degree. This is different than you Google and YouTube. Everybody's got to learn that even if you don't know how to make a product that's worth that, I do. Not only do I know how to do it for one person, I do it for my clients on a regular basis. You see, we've got to stop ignoring the things that we don't know. Seven things, guys, this morning I told you to help you fix your financial situation. Number 1, make sure you're turning all your talents and gifts into revenue. Number 2, make sure you're offering those talents and gifts to individuals. Number 3, be relentless. The same way you're relentless to get to work. I've seen people get trapped on the freeway during a flood because they refused to stay home. Oh boy, they just had to go to work. They had to go to work. They go to work in the rain. They go to work in the snow. They risk life and limb to get to work. But they won't even birth what God gave them out of their house without going nowhere. Somebody say, ouch. They won't even take what God gave them, go out to their living room couch, go out to their dining room table, go out to the den and work on it. Somebody better say, ouch, because I know I'm talking to somebody in here. You'll drive an hour in traffic to get to somebody else's dream. But you won't even walk 5 minutes to work on yours. And you wonder why you don't have what you want. You wonder why you don't have what you need. You wonder why your favorite 3 words are I can't afford. Because you won't work. And I'm not calling you lazy. You work for other people. You won't work for you. And until you start working for you with the same veracity, until you start working for you with the same zealousness, until you start working for you with the same fever that you have for working a job, you won't have what you want. You won't have what you need. I'm going to be interviewing people who have left their jobs on Saturday. Come on now. Because if they can do it, you can do it too. I want to stop and ask, who's registered for already? Because Saturday is a long way from now. Don't wait and do it later. Don't say I'm going to do it later. I want you to do it right now. bit.ly/supermoney21. Who's already registered? Say me. Be Awesome said I'm registered. That's great. Who's already registered? Say me. If you ain't registered, I want you to go now. I want you to go now. I want you to go now. I don't want you to keep sleeping on your opportunities. Prime King said me. Francis said me. Crystal said me. I don't want you to keep shoulda, woulda, coulda. Monique said me. I'm ready. If you've been praying about a solution for your money, Just Be Happy said me. If you've been praying for some answers, Medina said me. And then when they show up and you won't even lift a hand to go register for a free event, please stop praying to God and clogging up the phone lines. Good morning, Sonia. Is that fair? Danya said me. Because see, when I pray on something, when God delivers it to me, I move hastily. All of those that said you're going to be in hot pursuit of your abundance this year, you're absolutely right. Be Awesome. Be Awesome said people spend money they earn to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't even like. Now, if I went over and told my team, don't let anybody else register for free, you would think I was wrong. bit.ly/supermoney21. I hope you learned something today about your abundance. I hope you learned something today about your next level. I hope you understand money is not a bad thing when you use it for good reasons. It is the love of money that is a bad thing. God wants you to have abundance. God wants you to have all kingdom things. Matter of fact, to me, as Christians, when we don't have abundance, we make Christianity look bad. If the devil is making sure his people are taken care of, don't you think the Lord will make sure we're taken care of? You got to have faith, and you got to be willing to take those steps that are necessary for you to have an education about changing your situation. You got to get tired of where you are, and you got to know there's opportunities for you to go to the next level. And that's it. I'm going to get out of here, guys, but I'll be back tomorrow morning around 6:30-ish with our next myth about money. Guys, all week long we're talking about money. If some of y'all need this shock therapy, hello. We've been taught it's taboo to talk about money. Do y'all want to know why? Thank you so much, the hair commiss. Do y'all want to know why they taught us it's taboo to talk about money? Because we're the lowest paid and they don't want us to find out. Because they have access to way more money than we do, they don't want us to find out. They don't want you to realize that you breaking your back. Thank you, Tamika, for registering. For what you think is a lot of money, and in the scheme of things and in certain circles, it's pennies. I was telling my mentees the other day about this mentorship that cost $100,000 a year. But you have to have at least $10 million in liquid assets to join. You know what, the hair commiss? That's another myth. I'm going to talk about that. That's another myth. Black people are not big money wasters. Can I help clear that myth up real quick? Black people are not big money wasters. Other races spend just as much money on ancillary things as we do. Let me tell you the difference. The difference is proportionately, because they don't pay us the money. The average black woman is shorted $1 million in her lifetime compared to her Caucasian male counterpart. Watch these numbers. So if I'm working the same job as my Caucasian male counterpart, and he is earning on average, see, in a lifetime, to me, let's just say $30,000, $40,000 a year, more than me. $20,000 for 50 years. My money spend looks different. See, when I'm spending money, it looks frivolous. When I'm going out to eat, or I'm getting my hair done, or I'm getting my nails done, all of that looks and feels frivolous because I don't have as much as he has. That's number one. Number two, when you look at couples, there are far less married African American couples than there are other races. So now you got two people paying the same set of bills, which means they're going to have way more money left to spend. So when it's all said and done, there's been a whole lot of myths perpetuated about minorities and about women that really are not true. Yes, we do spend. No, we're not spending from the same type of wallet. And the only way to fix that is to build your own business. I hope that helps somebody. Because, see, they'll throw a lot of smoke and mirrors out there to make us think we doing something wrong. We not doing nothing wrong. The only thing we're doing wrong is listening to what they say about us. We got to check our own facts. Yep, with Tanya, buy the lie and sell it to our own people. I tell y'all that about your Bible. Read your own Bible. Stop letting pastors and ministers and deacons read to you. Read your own Bible for yourself. So, I'm not saying we don't waste money. I'm saying we don't waste any more than anybody else. Now, what we do have is a multi-trillion-dollar economy. The African-American economy and what we do spend, if it were a country, would be like the 19th in the world. So, yes, there's some things we need to start to do differently, which is redirect our money to places that will redirect money to us. That's another lie they tell. That, black people are not good business people. That myth, y'all, I'm not saying some of us ain't raggedy. But during COVID, Amazon was just as raggedy. The post office was just as raggedy. Walmart was just as raggedy. Your local grocery store was just as raggedy. But we want to try to turn up when we doing business with somebody that looks like us if they not Johnny on the spot. And we want to let everybody else make it. And that, my friends, is called self-hate. Because if you can't provide grace to your sister and your brother, and by that I mean small business person next to you, then God can't provide grace to you. True story. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here and make way for the Build Your Online Business Morning Show. If you've not checked us out, we're on every morning at 7:30. I just want to make you guys mindful. If you haven't already signed up, what are you waiting for? bit.ly/supermoney21. Saturday is a free event, 9 a.m., 2 p.m., 9 p.m. If you know you're in a financial bondage, you need to come and be set free. If you know that you have a toxic relationship with money, you need to come and be set free. If you know you are not happy with where you are right now financially, you need to be there and get set free. Nobody's going to set you free. Nobody. You got to do it yourself. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you later today. bit.ly/supermoney21. And go ahead and get your free 21 ways to increase your revenue in 2021. And we will see you on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. Love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 6:30, kind of sharp.